Once a year in northern Thailand, airplanes are forced to stop flying. Not because of a storm, but because thousands of prayers are rising into the sky. Imagine for a moment that the night sky is no longer a void of darkness. Imagine that the stars have descended from the heavens, not to fall upon the earth, but to rise from it. You are standing in a vast open field, surrounded by the murmur of thousands of people. Yet there is a profound sense of intimacy in the air. The humid tropical heat of the day has given way to the cool, crisp breeze of a northern Thai November. Around you, the smell of burning wax and melting paraffin mixes with the sweet scent of incense. You look down at your hands. You are holding a delicate embrace of paper and bamboo, illuminated from within by a flickering flame. The heat builds against your palms. It is a living thing, straining against gravity, eager to fly. You look up, and suddenly the signal is given. In a single, synchronized breath, 10,000 hands release their grip. 10,000 points of golden light surge upward, transforming the black canvas of the night into a river of fire. It is surreal, almost overwhelming in its beauty. It looks like a slow-motion meteor shower flowing in reverse. This is not just a visual spectacle. It is a collective release of sorrow, a physical manifestation of hope, and one of the most breathtaking sights the human eye can witness. This is where the earth touches the sky. This is where prayers become visible. Welcome to Culture Journey. Today, we are traveling to the misty mountains of northern Thailand, entering the ancient walled city of Chiang Mai to witness a festival that has captured the imagination of the world, the Yi Peng Lantern Festival. While many travelers might know Thailand for its pristine beaches in the south, or the frenetic energy of Bangkok, the north offers a different rhythm. A slower, more spiritual heartbeat that echoes the traditions of the ancient Lanna kingdom. Yi Peng is not merely a tourist attraction or a light show. It is a deeply sacred event, rooted in centuries of Buddhist tradition and Lanna heritage. It takes place on the full moon of the second month of the Lanna lunar calendar, which usually falls in November. The name itself gives us a clue to its timing and origin. Yi means two, and Peng means a full moon day. So strictly speaking, this is the festival of the second full moon. But to the locals, and to the thousands of souls who travel here, it means much more. It is a time for thumbun, or making merit. It is a time to cleanse the spirit of bad luck and misfortune accumulated over the past year. As we guide you through the ancient gates of Chiang Mai, we invite you to open your mind to the philosophy behind the light. Why do we release these lanterns? What happens to the wish once it disappears into the clouds? Join us as we walk the cobblestone streets, visit the golden temples, and prepare to release our own burdens into the vastness of the night sky. To truly understand Yi Peng, we must first understand where we are standing. Chiang Mai was the capital of the Lanna kingdom, which translates poetically to the kingdom of a million rice fields. For centuries, this region was distinct from the kingdom of Siam to the south. They had their own language, their own script, their own calendar, and their own unique architectural style. Yi Peng is a quintessential Lanna tradition. While the rest of Thailand celebrates Loy Krathong, the Lanna people of the north added the element of the sky. The belief is rooted in a specific Buddhist legend. It is said that when the Buddha cut his hair to become an ascetic, the god Indra caught the hair and enshrined it in the Chulamani stupa in the Tavatimsa heaven. Since we, as mortals bound to the earth, cannot ascend to heaven to pay respects to this holy relic, the Lanna people devised a way to send their offerings up to it. The lantern, known locally as Khom Loi, acts as a vessel. It carries our homage, our gratitude, and our prayers up toward the Chulamani stupa. When you see that golden light drifting higher and higher until it becomes just another star in the galaxy, you are witnessing a symbolic pilgrimage to the heavens. Let us look closer at the lantern itself. If you were walking the streets of Chiang Mai in the days leading up to the festival, you would see monks and locals meticulously crafting these sky lanterns. They are engineering marvels of simplicity. A traditional Khom Loi is made from sa paper, which is derived from the bark of the mulberry tree. This paper is lightweight, durable, and porous enough to glow beautifully when lit, yet strong enough to hold the shape. The frame is bent from thin strips of bamboo. At the base, a fuel cell, usually a coil of wax or fabric soaked in kerosene, is attached with wire. The physics is simple. Heat rises. When you light the fuel cell, the air inside the paper balloon heats up and expands. It becomes less dense than the cool night air outside. As you hold the lantern, you can feel it come alive. It tugs at your hands. It wants to leave. But you must be patient. If you release it too early, before it is fully inflated with hot air, it will falter and crash. If you were holding that lantern right now, feeling the heat build against your palms, what is the one worry or regret from this year that you would want to attach to it and let go of forever? There is a profound lesson in patience here. You have to hold on to the heat, endure the weight, and trust the process before you can let go. Now, here is a detail that often confuses travelers. You might hear people use the terms Yi Peng and Loy Krathong interchangeably. While they often happen at the same time, they are two distinct festivals representing different elements. Yi Peng is the festival of the sky. It is specific to Northern Thailand. Loy Krathong is the festival of water. It is celebrated all over Thailand. During this week in Chiang Mai, you get to experience both. While the sky lanterns float upward, the rivers are filled with krathongs. A krathong is a small, lotus-shaped vessel, traditionally made from a slice of a banana tree trunk, decorated with folded banana leaves, flowers, a candle, and incense sticks. The act of loy the krathong onto the Ping River is a way to pay respect to Phra Mai Kongka, the goddess of water. It is an act of apology for polluting the rivers and using the water throughout the year. Did you know? In the past, people would place a lock of hair or a fingernail clipping into the krathong before floating it away. This symbolized physically separating a part of yourself, specifically the bad parts, the illness, the bad luck, and sending it down the river, away from your life. So in Chiang Mai, you are caught between two beautiful flows, the river of water carrying lights downstream and the river of air carrying lights upstream. The city becomes a mirror, with the lights of the sky reflecting in the water, blurring the horizon until you cannot tell where the earth ends and the heavens begin. Let's walk through the city on the night of the festival. The atmosphere in Chiang Mai during Yi Peng is electric, yet strangely peaceful. The streets of the old city are decorated with colorful hanging lanterns called Khom Loi. Every temple, or wat, is adorned with thousands of clay oil lamps called Phang Pratip. Imagine walking into Wat Phan Tao, one of the most famous teakwood temples. The monks have arranged the oil lamps around the pond in intricate patterns, reflecting against the dark wood of the viharn and the yellow robes of the novice monks chanting ancient sutras. The sound of the chanting is hypnotic, a low, rhythmic drone that settles your heart rate. The air smells of khao soy, the famous Northern Thai curry noodle soup, being sold by street vendors. You hear the crackle of firecrackers, which are lit to scare away evil spirits. You see locals dressed in traditional Lanna clothing, silk sarongs and indigo-dyed shirts, making their way to the riverbanks. But the main event, the mass release, usually happens at designated grounds outside the city, such as the Lanna Dutanka grounds. This is where the iconic images you see on the internet are created. Thousands of people sit in silence on mats. A hush falls over the crowd as the head monk begins the meditation. This is a crucial part of the experience often missed in photographs. Before the chaos of the release, there is an hour of prayer, meditation, and circumambulation. You are asked to quiet your mind. You are asked to focus on the good deeds you want to perform. Then the chanting builds to a crescendo. The drums begin to beat. The announcement is made. Torches are passed around to light the lanterns. The field, once dark, suddenly glows with the orange light of 5,000 lanterns being lit simultaneously. The heat on the ground rises. The collective excitement is palpable, a physical vibration in your chest. And then, release. It is important to address how this ancient culture survives in the modern world. As the festival became famous globally, it attracted millions of tourists. This brought economic prosperity to Chiang Mai, but also challenges. In recent years, there has been a significant conversation about the environmental impact of thousands of lanterns landing in forests, rivers, and local farms. The wire frames can be dangerous to livestock, and the paper creates litter. What do you think has allowed this tradition to survive for centuries? Is it the beauty, or is it the adaptability of the people? Today, the culture is evolving to protect itself. The local government has strictly regulated where and when lanterns can be released. The Khom Loi are now often made with biodegradable materials, bamboo and rice paper that dissolves with the first rain, and fuel cells that burn out completely before the lantern falls, minimizing fire risk. Furthermore, air traffic over Chiang Mai is actually halted. Yes, they literally stop airplanes from flying during the release hours. It is a testament to how important this cultural event is, that the modern schedule of international aviation bows down to the schedule of the moon and the traditions of the Lanna people. This evolution is fascinating. It shows that culture is not static. It is not a museum piece. It is a living, breathing thing that adapts to the needs of the planet while trying to keep the spiritual core of the tradition alive. But beyond the regulations and the logistics, the heart of the festival remains purely human. We cannot talk about Yi Peng without mentioning the romance woven into it. There is a saying that if you light a lantern with your loved one, and you both hold it as it fills with air, and you release it together, your love will remain strong as long as the flame burns. If the lantern flies high and disappears into the mist without crashing, your path together will be smooth. You will see countless couples at the festival, their faces illuminated by the warm glow of the flame, eyes locked on their lantern as it ascends. It is a moment of shared vulnerability. In a world that moves so fast, where relationships are often managed through screens, the act of physically building, lighting, and releasing a light together is a grounding, primal experience. After the solemnity of the lantern release, the energy shifts. The city transforms into a celebration of life. We move from the spiritual to the communal. The night bazaar and the area around Tapai Gate come alive with parades. Huge floats, decorated with thousands of flowers and illuminated by hidden lights, drift down the street. Dancers with long, golden fingernails perform the Forn Lep, their movements slow and graceful, mimicking the movements of celestial beings. The music is distinct, the salor, the sung, and the pi, creating a high-pitched, melodic folk sound that is unmistakably Northern Thai. And the food. You cannot experience Yi Peng without tasting the flavors of the North. You must try Sai Ua, the spicy northern herbal sausage bursting with lemongrass, kaffir lime, and chili. You grab a bag of sticky rice and some nam prikong. You eat on the street, sitting on small plastic stools, watching the lanterns float overhead like distant stars. The joy is communal. Strangers smile at each other. Language barriers dissolve. Everyone is united by the spectacle of the sky. As the night deepens and the last fuel cells burn out, the sky slowly returns to its dark, starry self. The streets of Chiang Mai quiet down, covered in a dusting of red cracker paper and the lingering scent of incense. The beauty of Yi Peng lies not just in the visual spectacle, but in its impermanence. The lantern is beautiful because it flies away. It is beautiful because the fire eventually goes out. It teaches us the fundamental Buddhist concept of anicca, or impermanence. Nothing lasts forever. Your worries do not last. Your joy does not last. The lantern rises, it shines brilliantly, and then it is gone. But the memory remains. The feeling of the heat on your face, the sound of the collective gasp as the sky caught fire, the sense of unity with thousands of strangers, that stays with you. Yi Peng is a reminder that even in the darkest of nights, we have the power to create our own light. It reminds us that we can let go of the things that weigh us down. We can forgive ourselves. We can forgive others. And we can send our hopes up into the vast unknown, trusting that they will be heard. Every culture is a mirror of the human soul, and the journey to understand it may never truly end. Tonight, under the Lanna moon, we have looked into that mirror and seen a reflection of our own desire for peace, for connection, and for a brighter tomorrow. Thank you for walking these ancient streets and gazing at the fiery sky with us today. If you were there, what would you want to try first? Would you release a krathong onto the water to wash away the past? Or would you send a Khom Loi into the sky to wish for the future? We would love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment below sharing what touched you most about this tradition. If this journey sparked a light in your imagination, please take a moment to like this video. It helps our channel fly higher, just like the lanterns of Chiang Mai. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Culture Journey. We have many more mountains to climb, oceans to cross, and stories to tell. Until next time, keep your mind open and keep exploring. Safe travels.